I mean, what Phil Neville, who's obviously now the England's women's national coach, he said that all footballers should come off social media for 6 months.
They ain't doing nothing.
What's that going to do?
Have a social media blackout.
They ain't doing
so,
anything.
you know, I mean, do
But
you
that's
guys
not
agree with that?
No,
Like,
That's again, racism is more than social media, isn't it? So for me, that don't make no sense.
That's what he was saying.
You know, going off social media ain't doing. What's happening, people? We're back again, and this is part 3 now of Everyone's a Pundit, episode 8, and we're gonna touch on a really important and sensitive issue that is racism. Yes, racism, that horrible word in football.
Something that shouldn't exist in 2019, 2020, and it's still, it seems to be picking up.
Like, that's what I wanted to say, actually. It seems to be getting worse.
Prominent.
I think people are jumping on it.
That's what it is. It's the social media thing, isn't it?
Actually, now it's always been there, but no one really wanted to touch it. But now it seems that, you know, Sky Sports News are picking it up straight away. The media are picking it up. Talk Sport. So people are talking about it, which is good, but nothing's been done, which is the problem. You know what I mean? Now Twitter was saying they're going to start.
You know, they could kill this thing easily. They could easily kill it, but these organisations are just not doing what they need to do.
Yeah.
Like if a club's fans being racist, deduct points.
The club, exactly.
Deduct points.
And you would notice straight away that club will pick out that guilty section and guilty party.
Clubs, international.
Yeah.
If there's a tournament, kick them out of the tournament. Just kick them out.
Yeah.
It will cut it completely 100%. Dead, I'm telling you. No one see their club kicked out of a tournament, no one see their club being deducted points.
Yeah.
But they're not doing it.
Imagine a top 6 club, you know it's so tight at the top. Imagine one of us getting deducted 3 points.
Oh, even that. Or 6
that would
points.
kill you. Kill you. So you know.
And then you're the fan in the stadium, and then you hear someone being racist, you're going to be like, what?
Yeah, exactly. Get out.
Yeah. And then they will start getting onto them.
They could kill this thing automatically, but they refuse to do it. I do not know why, but finding a club's not going to do anything. It's not doing...
Playing behind closed doors.
If you're finding a club $500,000 or $1 million, that will do something.
Oh, yeah.
They're giving out petty 2 grand fines or 50 grand fine. What's that to a big club or to any club, really? What is that?
It don't make no sense.
So you got to really put in some sanctions that will make... You know, I mean, England played a game against, was it Croatia, behind closed doors last season? Yeah. Do you remember? And it was weird because you could actually hear the players when they were like, you know, like, Harry, go there, or, you know, Trent, do this. You could actually hear everything.
But that's not enough.
Yeah, that's still not enough.
That's not enough. I agree with you, Jay. Exactly what you're saying. You should have like a 3 strike rule, in my opinion. I don't think you should just beat for the first one. You have a 3 strike rule. First time it happens, fine. Second time it happens.
I think if you really want to hit home, none of this 3 strike nonsense, because that could go on and on.
But you know what? But what I would say is that, remember, we're talking about it's the fans that are doing it. Yeah. So to penalise a club because of something the fans done,
some idiot
on the first. That's what I'm saying. You give them maybe not necessarily 3 strikes, but you give them some sort of build up that you know the consequences. Here's your warning. If you do that again, then we're gonna deduct points. Or like you say, if it's a tournament, if it's international, you're not going to the Euros. You're not going to Euro 2020.
Imagine a club getting booted out of the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup because a fan, that would hit.
That's like you say. I agree, man. They can done this thing.
They could have done this thing a long time, bro.
What do you not think about Twitter? I think who was it? Was it Harry Maguire said that like you need to start registering people's Twitter accounts to ID.
When you sign up to Twitter
or Instagram, whatever.
Send your picture of your face in,
your ID, and then that way it verifies the account.
If you can't do that, you don't get an account.
And the thing is now, like, there's loads of things. We got Monzo accounts, and when you sign up to Monzo and loads of different things now, you ask for ID, you take the picture with your passport, you send it in, and all of that stuff. It's very simple. It's very easy, and if you want to be registered on the platform, it's something that you will go through and you will do.
Why would you? If you know you're not going to be doing malicious tweets, or why would you not do it?
There you go.
Exactly. I don't think it will stunt the growth of Twitter by doing that.
It's not that they said it infringes people's personal.
No, it does not. It's nonsense.
And
it's nonsense. It's nonsense.
Then other people are saying they don't want their, I don't know, a passport or thing linked to it because it could get hacked and all this rubbish. But it doesn't have to be a passport. It could be
it could be a picture of you with today's date on it. Something with your picture.
So that you know, because at the moment you can put up any avatar in it, and that's what you've got. Is you got these people, and that's why I think it's actually getting silly now that anytime a black player does something, whether it be Tammy Abraham, Pogba, Rashford, or whatever, they're coming out on Twitter. And again, this is more of a trending thing now. You got some donuts.
Are they really racist now, or are they just trolling?
They're trolling.
Attention.
The Twitter thing, I think, is more trolling rather than racism. In my opinion.
Now.
Yeah, at the moment.
Racist, but before they're like, oh, let me just create a little bit of a, you know what I mean?
Because now it's like, it's happening every single, like your chance at a football game is totally different. That's racism. That's when you get me? When you're at a football match, the inner you comes out, innit?
It's do you remember, you lot might not remember the game, but we played West Ham maybe a season or two ago, and Son was getting abused all game, racing, and then he scored that banger from like way out of the box, and then he ran up to the crowd and went like that, because they were like doing like the, you know, I don't want to do it, but they were doing like the slit eyes thing, and they were saying a lot of racist stuff to him. So it's
that's what happened with last season as well. That the two guys that got caught on camera. The Greek guy, was he? Greek guy,
the Tottenham game. Spurs, that idiot.
Was it a Greek guy that got caught?
That does the silly videos.
And he's a Spurs fan, by the way, abusing his own player.
But again, it doesn't matter whether you're.
It's crazy.
It's the inner you that comes out. And you talk about like the unconscious bias and unconscious racism and all of that. Is when you've been grown up in a certain way, and everything you think a certain way, it just comes out. But you can't hide it forever. It will come out eventually. Exactly. Do you know what I'm saying?
But you still know right from wrong. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't know, man. It's like, say unconscious bias and this and that. But you know, if you've seen, I don't know, if you've grown up in a family that's committed crimes and this and that, you still have that in the back of your mind. You know what's right and wrong. You can still not do it. You can still choose.
Yeah, look, I'm not going to make any excuses for these people. But what I would say is that when you've grown up in a household that are racist, the chances are you're probably going to be racist. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, for example, people that smoke is generally because they're around people that smoke, so they start smoking. Is you then generally pick up your surroundings and your product of your environment.
I hear that, but
not to say that you can't break out of that.
Of course you can.
Which you should be able to once you reach a certain level, of maturity. You should be able to make, as you say, know right from wrong, make your own decisions and stuff like that. But I just think that just comes out in a lot of people, man. Like. And they'd never really changed their ways.
And what about, I mean, if you was a black player, say for example, you are LUKAKU and you get a big bid to go to Italy or Russia, would you turn it down at this, like, I mean, Because this is one of the things that came out recently, and it's like, who said it?
Nathan.
No, not even Nathan. It was actual Demba Ba. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Demba Ba came out and said it. He said this is the reason why he had a big bid to go to Italy when he was playing at Newcastle or whatever, and he said he didn't go because he knew what it's like over there.
So what Nathan was saying was like, whether you go to Italy, whether you go to Russia, because I think this came out when Malcolm got
of course,
with Zenit, and they were saying racism's everywhere. So what do? Do you stop playing football, or do you just say, I'm just gonna go and ride the wave? I think that was, so it's a little bit like what Demba Ba is saying. So he said, no, I don't want to deal with that. But then Nathan was asking us a question, like, what do you do if you're a player? Like, do you then just say, I'm not going to go to these countries, but then you could be playing in England and then, get racial abuse at certain, I don't want to just start saying clubs' names, but you can get racially abused in England.
The thing is with here, it's not, you don't really hear it here. You see it on social media here, but in the grounds, unless a video comes out, you don't hear monkey chants over here and things like that.
No, not to that extent, but the words people use and stuff.
I saw a chant at a Millwall game last season where they were saying I'd rather be than basically a rival fans.
Serious?
Yeah, and they were saying it. They were singing it. It was blatant. A big portion of the crowd was singing that they'd rather be this than be a certain race.
I think there's certain clubs that if I was a professional footballer playing in England, I'm not talking about whether I would go to Italy or not. There's certain clubs that I wouldn't play for. Millwall being one of them.
Yeah,
Millwall being one of them.
Jesus.
This might get to some Millwall fans, and we might start getting some abuse, boy. But
they've got to be real, isn't it? Like you can abuse us, but we're only saying what is happening, and it's only what we're seeing. And obviously, there's good fans and there's bad fans, but obviously, these fans that keep coming out, it is a bad representation of your club, and it's not nice if you are a good fan, but it is happening.
There was a statistic out that Manchester United have had the most arrests. I
saw that
for racism.
Yeah, really.
In the last couple of years. I was surprised.
I'm surprised.
Yeah,
but somebody John again. Me and him talk a lot about United. he put a different spin on it actually, and he said, "Look, yes, that stat says that, and then that you could then think that more Man United fans, but then could it be because we've got more fans in general, and or our policing is more proactive? Imagine that other clubs are more proactive, maybe they make more arrests."
There's always reasons to why something comes out the way it comes out. That's a good point. But I won't say you got more fans because at the game you've only got X amount of fans that can get in the stadium. Do you get what I mean?
To be fair, he actually said it was the policing side of things. If our policing is more proactive than the others, then they would generally make more arrests than what the others.
It's a good shout.
I don't know what it is.
I go to quite a few games and I'll say some of the stewards you see, they're a joke. They're not really on.
But they're not getting paid much to really get involved.
They don't really want to get it exactly, and that's another thing. Why would you, as somebody who's just stewarding, or just do you want to really go through the aggro of
Yeah.
So they've got to look after it. Racism starts from the bottom, doesn't it? From grassroots football, or from a youngster, and you've got to weed it out.
But like what John Barnes said, it's not even really about football. It's in society, isn't it? Until we get rid of it in society, it's not gonna go in football, man. Like Jay, did you see the Lukaku stuff and the Inter that I posted on our Insta?
I saw that statement.
Yeah.
But yeah, so basically Lukaku stepped up for a penalty.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And basically according to them, their way of putting him off, I mean, they could have jeered, they could have booed, they could have done anything. There was evident monkey chance. You could hear it throughout the whole stadium. And obviously, he stepped up, he scored the penalty, but you could hear the monkey noises.
Yeah, it was blatant.
Yeah, it was blatant. Yeah. And then Lukaku came out with a statement saying, obviously, he doesn't,
He's saying that we need to all stand up, he was saying, innit?
That's it.
The thing is, this was Calgary.
Yeah,
Calgary.
Yeah.
Who's the same fans that did the Moise Kean earlier this year.
Yeah, same fans. And also they've abused Matuidi as well.
Yep. There's a few in the past.
There's a few that they've abused.
But obviously, if you did that, there was big stuff that came out regarding Moise Kean earlier. I think it was February, March time.
It was early this year.
Yeah, it's in 2019. And then you've got Bonucci coming out saying what he said at the time.
Yeah,
you've got the
manager didn't back him.
Yeah, the Italian league didn't do anything. So when and then now you've got the Inter fans. It was the Inter fans that have come out with this passage on Facebook, basically saying to Lukaku, is a letter to him saying that we're the fans that have welcomed you. Yeah, but when they weren't being racist.
Yeah, they weren't being.
They're just jeering you because
a form of endearment. They're scared that they're worried that you're a good player and you were going to score a goal. So it's their way of putting you off, and that's what they said. They said, "Don't take it as racism. Yeah, we're diehard fans, and it's just something we do."
It's like saying that you should be proud of it.
I know. It was mad.
That was crazy. I couldn't believe what I was reading.
And it's coming from their own Inter fans.
Section of the Inter fans section, because that's what somebody reminded me about. It's not all Inter fans, it's a section, but still racism in Italy, I think from when nothing happened when Calgary did that stuff
to Moise Kean,
and then you've got somebody like Bonucci that comes out and says that
maybe you shouldn't have celebrated
50-50 blame and stuff.
He basically said you shouldn't have antagonised the fans, so you're partly to blame, which is crazy.
Shows that
I know
nonsense. You don't have to antagonise nobody. It just comes out.
Exactly, that's it.
See, stuff like that, if I was a footballer, I'd just lose my head, bro.
Because even
you do a Cantona, innit?
Bro!
early episodes, isn't it?
If my teammate came up to me and said to me, you shouldn't have antagonised the fan, I'd just know to punch him in his face just for saying that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
even Lukaku, when he scored, you saw he was pissed. He just stood there and just looked at the fans. So even you could see that affected him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like that would be tough, and especially because he's new,
Yeah,
new environment and everything, new team.
Yeah.
Who does he know that he can go to in the dressing room and stuff?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be that's probably quite hard for him at the moment going through that, man. It's not nice at all. Do you know what I mean? Boy.
But yeah, guys, let us know. What do you think? What can we do as a community and as football, fans and people? What do you suggest, or what do you think we can do to try and tackle it or combat it or try and put a stop to this?
And also, what do you think that the footballers themselves, do you think that they have a duty and they should all be doing more?
I mean, what Phil Neville, who's obviously now the England's women's national coach, he said that all footballers should come off social media for 6 months.
They did nothing.
What's that gonna do?
Have a social media blackout.
They ain't doing anything.
I mean, do
But
you
that's
guys
not.
agree with that?
No.
Like,
That's again, racism is more than social media, isn't it? So, for me, that don't make no sense.
That's what he was saying.
Going off social media ain't doing
Didn't
nothing.
they try that the other day? What was it they tried the other day to do?
I think they put up a black picture or something like that.
They done something on social media a couple of months ago.
Yeah, they did something. I can't remember what it is, but I do remember it.
Yeah.
What did Kevin Prince Boateng do that time? Didn't he walk off the pitch?
Yeah, he walked off the pitch.
With wasn't Sully Montari there at the time as well?
I don't know.
When was it? Was it in Turkey when this happened? Oh man,
Wasn't it
I know-
Italy?
I know-
Or am
I
I
have
mistaken?
was it AC Milan? It might have been Italy.
Yeah,
I heard about that. What happened with him?
Yeah.
He walked off, didn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he got
Kevin
caught.
Prince-
But then he got in trouble for it, right? He got the whole team. Maybe I'm getting confused. I remember someone else walked off and he got carded for it.
The thing is, yeah, this is what baffles me, yeah. The walking off thing, I agree with you, but you know what it is? See, if I was a manager, I'd be all for it if my team wanted to walk off. I'd drag them off, but you know what it is? It's the football organisation, because they'll probably punish you for it.
Yeah, they
you get what I'm
probably
saying,
would,
and that's
yeah.
not helping the cause.
Yeah, exactly. That's
You know?
it. And
So
that's
what do
why-
you do?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, it was Milan. It was AC
Yeah,
Milan.
I thought so. I thought
it was AC Milan
So
at
if
the time.
it's Italy that it's a lot of these problems are. I mean, I don't
He
want to just
walked
single
off.
out Italy because Russia's really bad as well.
Yeah.
It's And what happened? What did they do afterwards? Did they cancelled the game or they?
So it was abandoned. But yeah, see, Sully Montari was there at the
Okay,
time. Yeah,
yeah,
I remember the players walking off at the time. For me, that's a little bit towards players. What players can do,
Uniting
yeah,
together to
and that's
say,
what they
yeah.
need to do. But you've got. It can't just be the black players though. It has to be the
whole
white
team.
players. Like Maguire came out when Rashford got his thing,
Yeah.
he kind of thing. But again, that's one thing to write something on Twitter, and it's another thing to stand with your
it.
teammates
Yeah, and do
as
it.
one
Yeah,
and say
yeah.
we're walking off the pitch. We're not having this no more. Do you know what I mean?
The other day, there was a game. Oh, I forgot what game it was. And I saw it on Twitter. I think Dan quoted it, and they abandoned the game because of homophobic chants.
You
Oh,
see?
I agree
no,
with.
they
I
didn't.
agree
I
with,
saw that.
but why can't it be the same for racism?
Yeah.
You know what
I
I'm saying?
saw that.
Yeah.
PSG were playing Mets, I believe, and they had a homophobic banner come up. I was
Right.
watching the game, and then the referee paused the game, or they had an interval for like 3 or 4 minutes,
Yeah.
and until that banner was removed,
Yeah.
they didn't play on. So,
So,
yeah, I saw that myself. It was
you know
in
what I'm
France.
saying? If you're gonna do that for stuff like that, then you got to do something like that similar for racism.
Discrimination.
Yeah,
innit?
exactly.
You got to, because they can do a lot more, man. I think that's what the bottom line is, isn't it?
Of course
really?
they can. Stop the game for like 3 or 4 minutes. Go on
Make
the
sure that
timeline.
you find the person
Yeah,
who
have an
was as
analysis.
well.
Saying we know it's from this section.
Yeah.
If you guys, this
Yeah.
and that, we're gonna have to eject
Yeah,
certain
abandon the
players.
game.
Yeah, abandon the game.
Yeah.
Show that
They could
you're
easily stop
serious.
it.
Because the thing is once you start doing something, again, it might not be perfect first year, but 5 years down the line of starting to have a process and a plan in place,
get better.
eventually you'll eradicate
But
this.
just bury in your head in the sand.
Yeah.
Like what we seem to be doing now. It's not helping.
It's not gonna do nothing, man. But we're the guys. We are just the fans giving our fans' opinion on Everyone's a Pundit. Hope you've enjoyed the show. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the notification bell. I am gonna make sure that I get the audio out on Soundcloud and also try and get that up on iTunes now.
Yes, sir.
Please Leave us some comments on what you think about racism, as Pat said earlier. What do you think that we as fans can do? What do you think that players can do?
Yeah, what should clubs be doing better?
What should clubs be doing?
And even leagues as well, associations, like the FAs, what should they be doing?
What should they be doing? Yeah, man. And again, we are the pundits on Everyone's a Pundit. Until next week, we'll see you again. Peace.
Peace out.